So in this video I will show you a few useful tips, and if you are a complete beginner, I am sure you will find them helpful. So we are going to start with the bevel, and I will show you a few tips you can use to improve and speed up your workflow. First, I will add a subdivision surface modifier. By the way, you can select it from the menu or just press Ctrl+3, and that way you will add a subdivision with 3 segments. And now I will create a random shape to demonstrate the bevel trick. Usually when you want to support edges, you do it with Ctrl+R and add some loop cuts. I'm doing that right now, and you can see it takes some time. Another case where you may use Ctrl+R is to adjust the softness of the surface. You can make it either more solid or more loose. I'm showing you what I mean right now. However, if you do not need to do that and simply want to support the edges, you can select these edges, press Ctrl+B to bevel them, set it to 2 segments and adjust the shape to 1. Now you have the same result as if you were adding loop cuts manually. The good thing about this technique is that it saves your time, allows you to choose how much of a bevel you want, and also keeps your topology clean and uniform. But again, if you want to control how loose part of your mesh should be, it's better to use Ctrl+R. Another thing with beveling is that you can control how much bevel you want to apply to your object. I will show you how to do it right now. So you can use this to give your mesh a more non-uniform look, or for example, if a full bevel is not possible due to bad topology, you can selectively apply a larger bevel to the parts that require it. So to do that, you should go to the limit method and switch it to weight. Now let's select the edges that we want to bevel. Then press N on your keyboard and set the mean bevel weight to 1. And next thing, let's select the other edges and set the mean bevel weight to 0.2. Essentially, you are getting 20% of the bevel amount set in the modifier. And let me increase the number of segments right now. Alright, so now I've just missed 2 edges and I'm trying to fix the shading, so I'll add a bevel to them as well. Alright, so now we have a different bevel amount on our object. Another great thing about this technique is that you can adjust it anytime you need, since it's a modifier. So let's say you decided to increase the bevel amount, and you can simply select the edges you need and set mean bevel weight from 0.2 to, let's say, 0.5. So it is really easy to do and it saves a lot of time, so I would recommend you to practice this technique regularly. I will now select the edges and show you how the bevel amount changes depending on the values. Hey guys, you can support my channel by getting my scenes from other videos. The link is in the description and I appreciate all the support. Thank you. Next, I will show you how to quickly spin an object by 360 degrees. Normally you would do it with an array modifier and object offset. So let me show you that as well. I'll just minimize all the windows right now. So first off, you want to place your empty in the middle of the object you want to spin your 3D model around. And you can see I have it in the middle of this cylinder right now. So you need to check the object offset first. Place an empty in the object offset field. Then spin it 360 degrees, just like I'm doing it right now. And you would get that result. However, in many cases you can save your time and make it 10 times easier, so let me show you how. First, you want to place the 3D cursor on the object you want to spin your model around. And I will select this cylinder and snap the 3D cursor to it. Now, the spin happens based on your view, so I press 1 on the numpad to go into the front view. Select the blade in the edit mode and press Alt-E. Choose spin, and then you can check use duplicates in your settings and set the angle to 360. Now you can choose the number of steps here, and one thing to note, it usually duplicates the object at the start point, so you can select it with L and delete it if you see the same issue. Alright, so you can see it was done fairly quickly, but don't forget to set the 3D cursor and view properly. Right now I will not go into the front view, and you can see how the blades are being duplicated. And let me show it one more time, just using different angle. Or let's say I place the 3D cursor in the wrong spot. So you can also see how that plays out. So yeah, you just need to watch out for those things. So don't forget to place your 3D cursor where it needs to be, and also go into the front view to duplicate or spin your object properly. Now, if you are new to Blender, I will explain the difference between the F and J keys when you try to connect or fill your mesh. Often you can mess up your 3D model without even realizing it, so I will start by subdividing my plane and deleting some of the faces here. And let's say I'm working on a model and want to connect the missing parts. If my model is even, I can select the edges around the gap and press F to fill it. Or let's say you have an n-gon, which is a face with more than 4 vertices, and you want to connect its vertices for better topology. I will now select these vertices and press F to connect them. And you might think everything is fine, since it looks alright, and it seems like there is no issue with your mesh. However, if I select this face now, you can see it's still selecting our n-gon. And if I delete the face, you will notice the edges of the vertices we connected are not removed. This happens because when we use F to connect vertices on an existing mesh, like this n-gon, the F key overlays these edges. They are actually not connected to your n-gon. And let me undo everything right now, and I will show you the proper solution for this. I will select the vertices again, and now I will press J to join them. And already you can see that I'm able to select a single face, unlike before. So now I will join the vertices vertically. You can also notice how we select only 2 vertices, but then they split other edges and form new vertices. So again, if I do this with the F key, it won't split our mesh, and you can see that it won't be connected to this face. Now let's just try a slightly different method, so you can see that we don't have an n-gon, and we will just connect the vertices directly to each other. And I will select the vertices, and now I'll press F. I will do the same with the bottom row, so if you don't have any polygons, this is the method you should use. However, if you are going to have intersecting edges, you should not continue pressing F. Now you can see that they are not connected to each other and there are no new vertices here. So the easiest way to fix this is to add them manually with Ctrl+R. And I will add 2 vertices, as in my case they will be evenly distributed, however in your case you might need to move them a bit. So now I will select the vertices and press F to connect them. Our edges are now connected, and you can simply select them and press F again to fill in the faces. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope you found this video helpful. If so, feel free to click the like button and share it with your friends. It would really help my channel grow. See you next time.